All right, why not? We'll do a Challenger airframe manager, ramp, cold and dark. Save. Okay.
I mean, I guess you could just skip Jenny. Just use the fueling the fueling menu to refuel.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we have options. Oh, that's weird. I lost my my memory, my saved views. Is that normal? Because it's a new airframe to lose my views. That doesn't seem right. That seems like it should be saved to X-Plane. Do you know what I mean? The camera views. So there's Control 8. Oh no, it's getting dizzy yet. All right, we'll do an MCP view.
You lost your views?
Yeah, I lost all my camera views. And I have no idea why, because that should be independent of airframes, right?
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even reset after an update, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to reset them all. Bizarre. All right, I think I got everything. I need a pedestal view. Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why I did that. All right, battery on. External power on. Maxim Cherokee 235, how you doing? It's been a while. How are you? You might remember when I was still in the Cessna. What are you in now? Are you in a Cherokee now? Just Sparrow, how you doing? Normally the defined views are stored in the pers file inside the model folder. Same name as the ACF, at least when the default view system is used for it. Yeah, that's I've never had a situation where that went away. Sparrow, good to see you. I don't know what happened there. All right, I need to turn again on hydraulics 3A. Deja vu for gear pins and the like. And for whatever reason, the chocks are no longer here, even though it's a new airframe. And here I'm not going to close the hatch because we're on the external power. You own a Cherokee now? Wow, that's awesome. That was the first plane I ever flew in, was a Cherokee out of Oakland. Now we'll go to 650 Airframe Manager, and we're going to name this one GPU, chocks, pins, covers removed. Save. GPU, chocks, pins, covers removed under November 2 Delta X-ray. Okay.
Flight compartment checklist.
Now we have Toto back.
AC and DC electrics. Nav lights, logo light.
I'm back now. How's it going?
Yeah, I got Toto's voice back, so I'm happy.
Cockpit lights.
Are you flying right now?
No, I'm making a list for Toto.
I wonder if we just rub the glare shield or something, and then he like a genie, he appears.
Lamp test. Duct monitor.
Yeah, maybe.
FMS database status.
All right, so here's where we would lose our. Actually here, IDX status. Take the database is still in yellow, but that
because it's old, so you got to cycle it once.
Okay, I'll cycle it. Seemed like the new one was yellow yesterday, though.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so now that I've cycled the database, I am gonna do another. I mean, you just can't have too many states. Where is I'll say this is Iraq recycled. That way it'll skip that first section, the first 5 things on the checklist. Being a little bit methodical there. Definitely great airplanes with the 540. It's hard to beat. Should bring it down to Florida soon. It has had a 4th month annual. Definitely adds a new meaning to flying when you see all the work behind it. Oh yeah, for sure. File says, ever had 2 checklists read at the same time after pressing toga button by accident? I haven't encountered that yet. Okay, here's the question. This is again is our fuel situation for FS economy. So in the plane here at this airport in the middle, by the way, I'm in the middle of Nevada. I'm at Kilo Sierra Papa Zulu, KSPZ, which in FS economy, unfortunately, is an old airport code, B08. I just don't understand why they can't update the airport codes. It just doesn't make sense to me. Is it just too much work? I don't understand it. Anyway, we have 3,072 gallons of fuel. No, that's the max. We have 2,800 gallons loaded. Today's weight for each gallon is 2,800, and it says up here in the dialog box, as we talked about yesterday, 6.856. Now, what do you think is the weight of the fuel is based on elevation, Andy?
Isn't it temperature, I think?
Is it temperature? Okay. So something weighs different when the temperature changes. I'd like to know the science behind that, because I don't weigh differently when it's hot or cold, but I'm not a liquid. All right, so the answer to the calculator question, so that's 19,196.8 pounds. In the aircraft right now, we have 4,370 pounds. So 19,000 minus 4,370 equals 14,826 point. We'll just round it up to 827. That's how many we have to put in there. And then we divide that by 6.856. So we need to put in 2163. Is that right? And you can use the mouse slider, by the way.
There was a spreadsheet that was posted yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. I think part of me wants to just be able to do it without pulling up a website, but I think I did it correctly there. So we're going to go up to... Oh, you know what? I'm going to make a fuel panel view. I think that would be warranted. And I'm going to make that control 9. So I can quickly go up there. Fuel panel on. Okay. Yeah, there's the website from yesterday, right? Is that the one that brings up the Excel spreadsheet? Let's read here. FSE and X-Plane always sets the fuel by weight using fixed conversion factors for avgas and Jet A, so it will probably always differ to what you have in the Challenger. Yeah. And unfortunately, FSE doesn't talk to the Challenger. The volume of fuel changes with temperature. The volume of fuel changes. Because it's a weight per volume, which happens to the milk in your fridge. Freeze a gallon of water, see if it will still fit in a gallon-sized container. I can understand ice making a difference in the size, expanding. So you're saying that even before it freezes, that it's doing an expansion of sorts? Oh, and B2, there was a question for you earlier. Someone was asking, I think it was Jehovah, was asking if the haze control, B2 volume control, was publicly available, or is that something that was not? All right, now that we got that set up, we could go ahead. I'm assuming that the fuel's going in. Yes, it is. All right, we'll do position initialization. Airport here is Kilo Sierra Papa Zulu. And GNS goes to there. Yeah, that looks good. Flight plan Kilo Sierra Papa Zulu to... We're going down to Snack Air's beautiful SoCal Torrance Airport, just south of Los Angeles International. It's in my Discord? Okay, cool. Thank you. Execute that. And then, I guess we could do the SimBrief pull-in. Because I did plan this on SimBrief. If I go IDX, route menu, flight plan recall, and Andy Tylenol with Wings taught me this. So 650, 650 in the flight plan number, right, Andy?
Yep, correct.
And then hit send. It behind the snack wall. Humber, how you doing? It's cold in Scotland today. It's cold here too. It's in fact it's 26 degrees here Fahrenheit. What is that Celsius? Hello, Steves. All right, now we go secondary flight plan activate. Sure enough, it's got the legs in there for Yaren, Babbitt, Hector. Boy, it didn't put very much in there.
Yeah, you still have to do the
Approach.
arrival.
Or sorry, yeah, what about the departure? Oh, that's actually pretty close. It's actually not too far off because the flight plan on SimBrief is Yaren and then J92 to Babbitt and then Hector. So it's got Yaren, Babbitt, Hector. So that makes sense. I thought there was going to be more waypoints along that J92 airway. Happy Pappy, hello. I like that Happy Pappy emote. That's I like that one. We can bring in leg wind, can't we? Leg data.
If you go to route menu, and then underneath flight plan import, there's a
flight plan wind
import.
update. Do I just hit send on that flight plan wind update?
Yep.
Pull up. Those are good emotes right there. All right, we can execute those winds. That's excellent. The departure is going to be either runway 6 or 24. If we look at the taxi diagram, we've got 6,000 feet. And the winds right now are negligible. So we can go runway 24. Execute that. Oh, look at that. It's got the secondary flight plan in there. Arrival into Torrance. I'm going to try to get the digital ATIS from Torrance and see what happens. Got it. Torrance had never mind. It all beeped at me and went no. So we're gonna do that trick that you taught me yesterday with the terminal weather, right? For KTOA. Send that. Do any airports have digital ATIS in X-Plane? Like I guess the big class Bravos maybe have the digital ATIS.
I just posted a link. It shows all the airports with digital ATIS.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I can't access the chats on a
cool thing. It tells
computer.
you departure runways and arrival runways.
Oh, on the digital ATIS it does?
Yeah.
Wow. So if we did a digital ATIS for Los Angeles International, we would probably get ballpark weather configuration for Torrance because it's just right next to it. Can you post that in the Discord by chance, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Torrance is wind is nothing, and it's VFR. Altimeter temperature is 17. Dew point 03. Altimeter 3018. So for that, then, if we go to the departure and arrival index for Torrance, we've got ILS 29er right. I think we'll do. I was tempted to do an RNAV just now, but yesterday, remember when I was trying to do that ILS and I missed that waypoint and didn't do that whole automated approach situation? I want to try to get that to work today, if that makes sense. So if I go to approach, ILS 29 right, and and we overlay that. I can come in via Seal Beach. It looks like all of ILS 2.9 comes in via Seal Beach. Oh no, you can come in via Albus. Where's Albus? Let's change this to go via. It is trying to do the KO7 arrival as well. That's fine. Do it via Seal Beach. If you're in the area where there's Activatus on VATSIM, you could pull it off VATSIM. Yes, I understand that you can pull it off of Pilot Edge and VATSIM. You might be doing a run in the Challenger from Jackson Hole to Chicago Executive. Well, make sure you buy some fuel or snacks from the Jackson Hole FBO because that's us. It's in the Snack Air Lounge. Do a search on B2 No Haze. There you go. Sounds like a special you get at your local beauty parlor. The B2 No Haze. Seal Beach. Transition. Actually, I'm tempted to do it via Albus, just to give me more room. No, it's fine. Seal Beach is fine. All right. Yeah, cookies are good there at that Jackson Hole FBO. Right. We'll get rid of the discontinuity. Okay, outside air temperature here is 3. That's the thrust limit. Cruise altitude on this westbound 300. We'll go at 320. And we're gonna do that trick of fuel. To get the fuel to load in, we did like a... What did we do yesterday? We held something down.
Press clear delete, and then press the button to the left of pounds, or fuel.
Oh, it puts in 0 for whatever reason. That's weird.
Did you load fuel already? Or
yeah, fuel's loaded. We got 14,000 pounds.
Press clear delete so it shows the word delete, and then try pushing that button.
Yep, that's perfect. Sends fuel. Now, granted, my plane is not done pumping, so I'm thinking that we should probably wait till that's done pumping. Yeah. Oh, what's that date for? Oh, for the no haze. There you go. What do you mean you hard coded it? You're talking about the fuel?
FMS flight plan uplink, ATIS.
Yeah, the fuel. Yeah, it's apparently it'll sense it. I guess if we go to the we go to ground services, show service status, it says it's still pumping, so that's good to know. Tell RFL SOV open. Okay. Still pumping. Got the flight plan in there.
Anti-skid.
I guess we can do anti-skid, which is armed.
Nose door. Hydraulic 3A pump. Brake pressure.
Come down here and click on hydraulics. 2,950, 3,000 psi on the brake pressure.
Parking brake.
And we gotta hold down the brakes and cycle parking brake.
Nose door. Hydraulic panel and pumps.
We need to have a competition who can get it in the air the fastest.
Well, it'd be easy to do a save state at the runway. About to spool up. Yeah. It's not a...
Electric panel.
It can be faster, it can be slow, it can be in between, I guess, right? But I would lose. I guarantee I would lose. AC power gen switches are off, yes.
Start ignition panel.
AC DC utility switch, we missed that. That's on.
Fuel panel. APU LCV. Tenth stage isolation valve. Packs. Air conditioning panel. Pressurization panel.
Alright, field elevation here at KSPZ is 4265. So we're raising that to 4265. When I arrive at the runway, the kids come in and ask what I've been doing so long. Yes. You're really hoping for the future update. The FBO includes vending machines or a snack. Well, make sure you type in snack correctly. Or did you mean the other type of snack?
Bleed air panel.
I guess because the APU is not on, those lights are a little bit different. So, yeah, they're in, they're just not lit up. I'm assuming it's not lit up on the 10th stage because the APU is not on. But I could be wrong.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel switch. CAL anti-ice switches. Anti-ice panel. Emergency lights. Passenger signs. ELT. Glare shield panel. Crew and passenger oxygen. DCU warning panel. CVR. Audio panels. SPS system. Integrated standby instrument.
Oh, that's the other thing. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm thinking that if I change it to inches instead of HPA on the altimeter, that we would, in the save state, it's always gonna be HPA. Bummer. So I'm gonna have to remember that next time I go into that save state. So I have to now go into. I'm gonna click on the screw right there, and then I'm gonna go into menu, and I'm gonna rotate this. That's synthetic vision on off. hard to rotate it in the 2D pop-up. Go down to config. Change it to inches. Okay.
Clock. EFS ICAS. Main landing gear bay overheat. TOS warning switches. Pitch and roll disconnects. Ground spoilers.
Ground spoilers.
Could you assign your G1000 display dial to that?
G1000 display. What do you mean?
Well, don't you have like a G1000 display? What's it
Oh,
called?
the hardware, the real sim gear? The hardware
Yeah,
panel?
real sim gear.
Yeah, that's not set up on this computer. I guess I'm going to have to get whatever avionics these are. What are these? Is this Harris? No, what is this?
Collins, maybe?
Collins. Yeah. Let's get some Collins panels in the pit now.
Thrust reversers.
Thrust reversers armed. That's the other thing I'm going to do, Andy, is I'm going to get everything done, and I'm going to skip doing the flight plan. I'm going to go through everything as if you're ready to taxi, and then I can do a flight plan. Does that make sense? In the safe state situation? Because this...
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess you'd have to pump fuel still, but... Well, yeah, that's not going to work because you have to pump fuel. You know, FSC throws a monkey into the wrench. A monkey into the wrench.
Yeah, I'm just going to try skipping
levers.
Jenny and using the fuel panel.
Yeah, let me know how that goes. SPS testing takes most of the available keys.
Engine speed switches. Engine vibration check. Oral warning.
That's my Raspberry Pi. Where did you get that? Was it inside that white box? Yeah, don't go that side. Give me that white box. I hope you didn't shock this. Don't. Oh. He's been playing with my Raspberry Pi. Took it out of the box. Okay, here, put this back. JT? I always wondered growing up why my dad was so annoyed with kids removing items that were important to him and putting them somewhere else. I'm like, what's the big deal? Well, now I know. When your Raspberry Pi is missing.
Smoke detector. Trims. Mock trim.
Yeah. All right, the mock trim.
Yacht dampers. Reversionary inhibit switches.
Let's see, check. I gotta get rid of the status here. Ground services. I kind of wish that the ground services status menu you could move around, so you could keep an eye on the pumping. Ground services show status. Okay. Check reversionary selectors are set to norm. CDU inhibit and all are all pressed out. Okay.
IRS. CPDLC. TCAS. ATIS and clearance. FMS flight plan. Wind update. Perf.
I think we got most of perf done here. A little bit of cargo. Oh, it's 6,000. Did it automatically put in the runway length for me? It did. See that, Andy?
Oh yeah, total. Guy's a genius.
Yeah. I'm just going to put 0 at 0 for wind because it's calm. But yesterday it didn't put in the runway length, so for me I had to manually put it in. But and the QNH is 3045. That is Takeoff expected 1 hour 15. No, 1 hour 30 minutes. Cajun. I tried to pick up another RPI the other day and they sold out in a heartbeat. The chip shortage is real. Well, I'll tell you what, Aqua. I had a heck of a time trying to find. I bought a new 4B Raspberry Pi, and that one I barely got it in time for my project. And then, yeah, my boy almost ran off with my 3B. Okay, that one is done. Okay. It says check takeoff performance. So
Did you set your altitude?
Something in here is not correct. I did. Well, altitude shouldn't affect the takeoff perf. I can't tell in here anything that's out of the ordinary, other than I guess yellow. I don't know. It doesn't have a CG trim. Maybe it needs a CG trim. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I was trying to be positive. Yeah, I hear you.
Takeoff data.
When the runway shows yellow, it's too short for your weight. So that's why okay. So
Avionics and charts.
I'll just have to risk it.
Flight instruments.
Refueling is complete, Captain. Do you need anything else? Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way. Here's a copy for your records. Have a nice day.
Okay, so before I do anything else, I'm gonna go and see if he closed the. Well, actually, he's done fueling. I'm gonna start the APU and then see if, by starting the APU, if the pin hatch, closes. Well, actually, let's just see what happens here.
Departure briefing. Emergency procedures. Pins, covers, chocks.
Oh, okay. At this point, we do need the APU. All right, APU gen on. I can disconnect. External power. Now I can stand up. It looks like he did close the hatch when you disconnect the GPU. So that's good to know. I think everything's good to go. We can close that door. Handle on left is easier. Oh, really? Okay. We're solo today. Yeah.
Cabin lights, water heaters, master seat. Flight compartment checklist complete. Engine start checklist. Doors. Closed. Parking brake and pressure. Checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance. Beacon. On. Fuel boost pumps. On. Ignition. Armed. Engine 2 start.
Cheat bar under left rail looks like a handle. Oh, on the door? Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. Alright, so apparently you're supposed to say 20% N2 IT less than 120 and 1 turning. I can't remember all that. Alright, we're going to hold down right engine switch until it lights up. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to... Well, we went just slightly before 20. Andy, would you say this is the best plane in X-Plane now?
Maybe. No. Of course, yeah. I think it's great.
I think it may have taken the title. But would you consider it a general aviation aircraft? I guess you would, huh?
I mean, the fact that it kind of has a built-in first officer, I guess, I don't know, kind of is nice.
Engine 1 start.
Hey, you know when the audio disappears?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you put the headset on, if then you can hear it. Something to think about in the future if that happens.
Well, I have a headset on though.
No, I mean the headset behind the seat to the left.
Oh, yeah. That would be quite interesting.
Engine start checklist complete. After start checklist, next. After start checklist. Generator 1 and 2. On, checked AC and DC. Ignition.
So you didn't get the utility error with the...
On.
Nope.
14th stage.
Yeah.
Cowl anti-ice. Flight controls. Ground spoilers.
At some point, you got to find
Light
some
spoilers.
snow, though, and some ice so you can watch the de-icer.
Yeah.
Cowl anti-ice. Supplemental ground wing anti-fuel balance. Trims.
Trims are set for takeoff.
No steer.
No steer arm.
Armed. APR. ADG unit. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice. Cal anti-ice. Wing anti-ice. 14-stage isolation valve.
It's not indicating open on the 14th stage isolation. It's not good, is it?
This one's just a test, though. I don't think I ever got that one to work.
Okay.
Wing anti-ice. ATS. And after start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next.
We want to do ATC, TARA.
Taxi checklist. Taxi lights. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice. Brakes and steering. Reverse thrust. If taxiing the de-ice, pause checklist here until a paper de-ice checklist is complete. Flaps. 20. Altimeters. Set and cross-checked.
All right,
Radar
altimeter 3045.
Takeoff briefing.
Standby altimeter 3045 setting.
Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist next. Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs. Advised on. Anti-collision light. On. Probes. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
FS Economy Auto Login.
Oh, FS Economy now. Was your wing switch in norm? You need to air to open 14th isolation valve. Ooh. Maybe the wing switch was not in norm. I will check it as soon as FS Economy logs back in. Yeah, it says wing switch norm. So wing switch is on norm, but isolation valve still won't open or light up. Are we supposed to have 14th stage right and left like that?
I mean, eventually that's a checklist item, but
Yeah. I think it's okay now.
oh, I did see there is a setting to ignore the database dates if your computer time is different. It's under the Challenger menu under miscellaneous.
Oh. Challenger. User settings?
Yeah, under miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. Automatically pause 1 minute before reaching top of descent. That's kind of cool. Kind of ruins the immersion, but check database dates using my computer real-time clock. That's what you set?
Oh, well, you had it unchecked, so I don't know.
Yeah, meaning that it wasn't using my computer's real-time clock. So that's yeah. You need to select the 14th open, yes, 14th open in after start. What about the left and right isolation? thought the checklist had me extinguish it, but... Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to the wrong runway. Do I dare turn all the way around? No, winds are light. We'll go this way. Departure, runway 6. Execute. Legs. There we go. And for whatever reason, when I changed the runways from the, to the opposite end, for whatever reason, the runway length didn't change. I need more coffee before I try to be funny. Pour over coffee. Takes forever to do pour over coffee, but boy, does it taste good.
Continuous ignition. On. ATC TCAS. TARA. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel. Landing pulse recog lights. On. Before takeoff checklist complete. After takeoff checklist next.
One thing we didn't do today is hand signals. That's a violation.
Did you set your altitude selector?
Oh no. When did we usually do that before? There was some point we did.
There was a checklist for check flight
Yeah, that's
details
true.
or takeoff data.
I went too quickly. Thank you for reminding me. We're lining up and
also the speed bug for 200.
200 on the speed bug. Thank you, FO. Duh. Be sure to close the ISO valve. Oh, that's closed.
You can also click the VNAV button now too if you want, without anything happening.
VNAV button highlighted. Alright, so we're going to take off, wing in ice off after takeoff if needed, as it's a big bleed hit. Yeah, I'm not using any wing anti-ice right now, right? I guess, or I am, because I switched to norm. You're right. Okay. I guess I should turn off the APU.
He'll do it. The first officer will do it for you after takeoff.
Oh, we leave the APU on for takeoff?
I mean, you probably do whatever, but I just know the first officer will do it.
I'll turn off the APU, okay.
And then remember, you can just push the ATS button.
I can do that now, or... Yeah, I can.
Yeah, and then and you don't touch the throttles.